Alright, so I kind of cheated. Well, I wouldn't call it cheating. I would call it my insurance policy because I'll show you what I got and I'll just turn you around and show you and tell you. Okay, so I went and bought plants. I couldn't help it. We went to get feed the other day and we always, when we go get feed, we always drive by the nursery where we used to buy all of our plants before we starting our own seeds and stuff. And I was looking at some flowers. Well, she had some cabbage and some kale and some lettuces, and they're really cheap for like a flat. So I just got one flat. It was like 10 bucks. And I'm gonna plant these today. I've had them for a few days. They are already hardened off. I got the lettuces because they're edible size now. These will form heads if you wanted them to, because they are not sewn together super close. But I'm going to get the lettuces planted, do the cabbages. Oh, I got a broccoli, just one broccoli. This was the variety Green Magic. She had a couple different ones. And then I got some kale and a red cabbage or purple cabbage, whatever you call it, and a regular cabbage. This one is, oh, I can't remember the name, but it was different from what we started. So my little starts, they're growing, they're doing fine, but I think I waited too long to start them. I just started them a couple weeks ago, and I could have started the beginning to middle of February, and I didn't have all the stuff, and I really wasn't worried about it. But now I'm like, I need to put these in the ground next week at least, and I can't. So because they're still teeny tiny. So I bought these so we'd have kind of an insurance policy, so to speak. We'll have 12 cabbages that we know are gonna be good. It's not gonna get too hot for them or whatever. We'll just see. And then I have some lettuce that I can go ahead and start eating now if I wanted to, but relatively quick if I don't. And then some broccoli and kale. Also, just to have the broccoli ones down there. They're not looking as good as my cabbages, but I still feel like they'll be okay. But we'll just see. I just wanted, I can't help it. I couldn't help it being there, and I had to buy plants because they looked so beautiful. So I'm going to put them up here. The cabbages I'll probably put in the big garden, and I've got to do the onions because they're still not planted. That's got to be done. It's been pretty warm. And look at those chickens eating my parsley. Girls! What are you doing, Miss Thing? You will get plenty of parsley treats in a couple weeks. That's another thing, is these chickens, we got to clip their wings because we fixed their pen, and 1, 2, 3 of them are out. Look at this girl. But yeah, they treat this like it's their buffet. So, and now it's their dust bath, evidently. But I'm just trying to, need to get their wings clipped, and so they'll quit jumping out of the thing. Alright, so I think I'm going to plant the lettuce here, so that it's closer to my door. Not that I care to walk to the other end of the garden here, but it'll be easy for me to tell the kids, like, hey, go get some lettuce from right there, the first thing. And then the kale I'll probably put here, because I already started some kale here. That way this will be kale, if these even come up now. And then the broccoli and cabbages, they're going to go in the big garden. we're planting the onions now. And what we're thinking is, we had a viewer and a friend suggest that we do our rows this way instead of this way like we did last year. So we're thinking we're going to start here with the onions, kind of do in this area. Josh is going to till this again real quick if we can, because it's a little lumpy. But our onions right here, we got them from Dixondale. Sorry, it's feed time for the dogs, so they're barking. But we got them from Dixondale Farms. We got the yellow sweet, the Texas super sweet, and the Southern Belle Red, one bunch of each, which is about 50 to 75 onions per bunch. We'll see what ends up, and then obviously they're not all going to do great. They're a little dry because we've had them for quite a while, and I don't know why they sent them to me so early, but we could have got them in the ground a while ago too, but still they needed to be planted.
We're gonna show y'all guys something new. A baby goat.
All right, Riley is telling me that I need to update you guys on all the animals. Here goes the wind again. We only have 3 goats now. We got rid of John, our buck, because we want to be able to breed our new doe to our new buck that we'll be getting. We haven't picked it out yet. But this is Maui and Moana. Born about 3 months ago.
Good Lord, you're so mean.
And there's Maui. He's pretty. We banded him, so he's a wether. They're both super sweet, but and then Mama is doing fine. I actually want to get Nubians, I think is what I want to get into, because I haven't milked her. She had been milked before by her previous owner, but I want to get some things in place before I do that. But I'm not a fan of goat milk either, so I'm kind of going back and forth on whether I want to keep them, because ultimately I would like to get a cow. Are you eating my shoe? Ultimately we'd like to get a milk cow, but I want to have some kind of structure, more established barn before I do that, so I have a good place to put her up, good milking stand. Of course you can build something very easy outdoors, but if I'm going to be doing it, especially in the winter, I want a place that's comfortable for me and will be comfortable for her, and I just want to be more prepared. So even though we could just get a cow, we have the land, I just want to do it right.
Prepared.
So but we do have some sad news. So you won't see Daisy. She looked like Moana. A couple weeks ago she got really sick. Come home one day and we seen her. She was actually running into this fence.
Yeah, she was like this.
Running in circles, and we called the vet, and unfortunately she had listeria, which if you have goats you're probably familiar with it, but it comes from their feed, or spoiled hay, or just the earth, the ground has it in it, and some goats are more susceptible to it than others. We treated her with high antibiotics and steroids for about 3 days, and sadly she was still declining. The vet told us we should put her down, so sadly we did have to do that, but fortunately none of the other goats have got it. They haven't showed any signs of it. There was no spoiled feed. The hay looked good. So we don't know where she got it, but that's what she had. It's sad. And I want to tell you about this guy right here. Poor Ringo.
Oh.
He's been depressed. So we're gonna have to get him a new buddy, I think. But
yeah, he missed Pepper.
when we got rid of
tons of animals.
when we got rid of John, I've never seen a dog act like this. And we've got rid of different animals and he's been fine. But as soon as he saw like the trailer pull up, he like ran up here. He was whining. He went to the gate and was barking and whining, and he was really sad to see his buddy go. So of course he's been good. He still has company, and I'm sure when Maui gets a little bit bigger he'll be silly and play around with him and stuff, but he definitely misses his buddies. Which also brings me to the pigs. You all know we had to put Mama Pig down, send her to the freezer. So we had a lot of trouble finding a female for Floppy Pig. We kept him until just a few weeks ago as well. And a friend who has lots of sows, but didn't want to sell any of them, he took Floppy, and Floppy is living his best life just down the road, and he is making lots of bacon seeds. So we give them to him, and he's going to take care of us, and hopefully we'll get one of his pigs to raise. As far as breeding pigs, if we find a pair, we'll get them, but I want to look into some different breeds and see what we can do with some different breeds, because I would like to try. We're still regretting majorly selling the guinea hogs.
Yes, I want them now.
So bad. So we might get back into them. I don't know. Josh is not a big fan of them because they do grow slow, but I want to try their meat, and they're so good. They're such good pigs.
Yes, they're like dogs.
So
Like puppies.
we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We're gonna go take a look at Hammy, and I'll show you what's going on with him. Here's Mr. Hammy, who is also a really sweet pig.
That my shoe.
He's really friendly. What are you doing? Huh?
Whenever you go to pet his nose, he normally.
He's pretty too.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy.
He's really pretty. He is in here. Oh my goodness.
That's our new water that we built.
Yeah, we built a new water in here, and
The day before yesterday. It was free yesterday.
but this guy is going to the freezer
And
in
like
just a couple weeks.
yeah.
So we're excited about that.
Get in his new water.
Yeah, he does great with this water, and he's always had a trough water, but he's done great with this, as you can see. But he's in here. Keep him, get him clean, and
Feed.
keep him
Fed.
pinned up. When we go to put him in the freezer, he's easier to get to. But he's doing great.
Yeah. And that is where we used to keep him. Way over there.
Oh yeah, he used to be in this pen,
Yeah. And then the pigs that the guinea
and we
hogs
had
was.
the electric netting
Yeah.
fence up with him. But he's done really good. But he will be going to our freezer and in our belly soon.
Yes, he is.
Alright, so the onions are in. Josh is finishing up the last little bit of the Texas Super Sweet. We're going to water them in. We didn't get the cabbage done today. We'll do it tomorrow. It's getting dark. But we got it done. I don't know, like something of like almost 200 onions. Right? Because there was 66 of these, and that was the smallest pack. There were 66 of these. So, oh, you're counting.
345.
What?
345.
Wow.
She's a slave driver.
Slave driver?
Yeah.
Why?
You made me do it.
I didn't make you do it.
Yeah, you did.
No.
How far is them cabbages got to be planted off of this? Huh?
18 inches at least. And 18 inches apart. So I guess we are getting the cabbage in. You gonna eat some fried onions?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm ready for it, ain't you? Some blooming onions.
Go down there and untie that.
No, that's good.
Okay. So what are these? Which ones are these?
These are red.
These down through here are red, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what's them down there?
The yellow, just regular yellow. And then yellow, red, and then the Texas Super Sweet, which are yellow.
Texas Super Sweet. Wow. Well, that must be really, really cool. Look at me.
Okay.
Mama!
What you doing? Huh?
Oh, look at the sunset.
Oh yeah. Can't really see it. It would be. Yep.
Oh.
It's purple,
Yeah. Blue.
blue, and purple. And pink.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Say beautiful.
People.
Look,
Look.
look, you stepped on the onion.
She's like, yeah, I'm out. All right, so I guess we're gonna finish up the broccoli and the rest of the cabbage and go in, cook some potato soup,
She had it right there where I needed it.
and call it a day. So, productive day.
Good. Sunset pretty.
Yeah, they can't really see it because it's a little too cloudy.
Whoa. That is all bad. It went shoo, shoo.
But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and see you next time. God bless.